Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina may yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa sallama tasliman kasiran kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders and respected sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent many prophets. And all the prophets of Allah, all the work of the prophets of Allah whom Allah has sent to the entire mankind is the same. And the work is to invite people to believe there is no God except Allah. And they are the prophets of Allah. Throughout the ages, many prophets have been sent. And the first one is Adam alayhi salam, and the last one is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So all these prophets are men; they are not angels. You know, because they have been sent to men. They have been sent to invite people, to invite the men to Allah. They are prophets among jinns who have been sent to the jinns to invite them to Allah. Allah doesn't send men to become prophet for the jinns. Neither Allah send jinns to become the prophet for men or angels. So they say, why angels are not walking with Muhammad? You know, in order to be of help to him, to assist him in his work. Allah doesn't need to send an angel to be the bodyguard of Muhammad or the bodyguard of any prophet. Allah is enough. Allah is enough to protect. Doesn't need to send an angel. So they say, why prophets go to the bazaar? Why they eat? Why they cook? Why they work? They ask such questions. They want the prophet to be somehow different from them. Then only they say, oh, no. So they make many excuses not to believe in the prophets whom Allah has sent to them. They do not want. The reason as to why they don't believe in the prophet, they don't want to obey his commands. So they say, why Allah need to send you to call us? You know, why not other people who are more suitable than you, who are more extraordinary than you? Are just a normal human being, normal like us. You have no standing out. You have no standing, you know, to become a prophet for us. They told Prophet Noah alayhi salam. So they make many excuses and many reasons as to why they don't believe in it. So why don't you have a proof to show that you are prophets? It means why don't you have any miracles? They told Prophet Noah, they told Prophet Saleh. So they are asking and putting a lot of reasons, excuses, only not to believe in the prophets. Why they don't want to believe in the prophets? Because they don't want to be told to do what they do not have to do. So they said, oh Saleh, we're having hopes that you will become our leader, to lead us to prosperity. But now our hope has shattered. Since you have called us to deny the worship of our idols, whom our forefathers have worshipped prior to us. So now we are not having hopes. So once Prophet Saleh asked them not to worship their idols, they say, our hope to make you as our leader has shattered. We are thinking that you become our leader, so that we'll become prosper, with wealth. But now when you ask us to ignore the idols, not to worship the idols whom our forefathers have worshipped, we lose hopes in you. So Saleh says, I've been awarded prophethood. I'm not to become your leader. If I become your leader, obey your wishes, then Allah will punish me with a severe punishment. Who among you will protect me from that punishment of Allah? If I ever to follow your wishes, to become your leader. So our Prophet Saleh has leadership quality, being known, looked upon by his people to be a man of certain credibility to lead them. But once he told them not to worship the idol, they said, our hopes to make you our leader has shattered. We are no longer having hope. Oh Saleh, we are now, we are suspicious that as to whether that you are asking us to believe is something which is true or false. So they say, we will not believe in you if you do not give us a sign, the proof that you are the prophets of Allah. So at that time, Allah did not give him any miracles. But then Allah gave him the she camel. That Allah made the she camel to come out from the rock and having child, bearing child. And that she camel is given to Prophet Saleh as a science, as a miracle to show that he is a prophet. And yet, his people also do not believe him as prophet. So even if they make many reasons as to why they don't believe, once it is shown to them, they still do not want to believe. They simply do not want to believe. That's all. No matter what is shown to them. This is how, what happened to people of Prophet Saleh. This is a kaum of Samud. Then to Prophet Hud, kaum of Ad, all of this Allah has annihilated, extinguished them from the surface of the earth. Because they have denied Allah, they have denied the messenger of Allah. So throughout the ages, many prophets have come and go. And the last is Prophet Muhammad SAW, and he is to be the prophet for the entire mankind, for the Jews, for the Christians, for the Hindus, for the whoever, believe in other than Allah as their God, must stop worshipping other than Allah, must worship only Allah as their God and the God of Muhammad, and to accept Muhammad as the messenger of Allah. When Prophet Muhammad SAW, has been appointed as the last prophet of Allah, we are not allowed to follow any other prophets, prior to Muhammad SAW. We have to follow only him. He is an Arab, illiterate Arab. He is not sent for Arabs. He is sent for the entire mankind. So he is a prophet for every one of us. And we are not to choose any other prophets, even though they are also pious, close to Allah. But they are not meant for us. The last people who will come to this earth will have to follow the last prophet of Allah, Muhammad SAW. Prophet Isa, Prophet Musa are all prophets. They have been sent by Allah, the same God. We have sent Prophet Saleh, Prophet Hud, and he has sent Muhammad, and we have no reason to refuse to accept him as a prophet, because he's been sent by the same God, the God that has sent Musa, Isa, Harun, as a prophet. He is the same God who has sent Muhammad. His religion is the same religion of Islam. And the concept remained the same. The foundation remained the same. The foundations of the religion of Islam is there is no God except Allah. So, it is only our desires that we do not want to worship in Allah. We do not want to believe in Muhammad. It is not because it's not true, but because our desires is to follow our ancestors, to follow our forefathers. We do not want to live the religion of our forefathers. And many people say, I cannot become Muslim because my parents are Hindus. I cannot become Muslim because my parents are Buddha. Or I cannot become Muslim because my parents are Christians. What they are saying is, I cannot forgo the religion of my forefathers. How could we forgo the religion of our forefathers? So when Prophet Saleh told them not to worship the idols, they say we cannot forgo the worship of the idols whom our forefathers have worshipped. What they mean, we cannot deny the truth of the worship of our forefathers. We cannot disgrace our forefathers. We cannot, when we worship to your Lord, only one Lord, and we deny the worship of the idol, that means we deny the worship of our forefathers. That means we deny our forefathers. So they said we are not willing to deny our ancestors. Our ancestors are the best, the truth. They are always right. So many people remain to become the religions of their forefathers because they think their forefathers are the truth. Nothing but the truth is what has been taught by their forefathers. I've been born to this world because of them. They have given birth to me. How can now I deny the religion that they have passed on to me? So they don't keep on stubborn, So people are not actually following the religion of our fathers because it is the truth. Because they think that they have, if they left the worship of the idol which their forefathers have done, they have disgraced their forefathers. So they don't want to do that. They don't want to worship the one God, the true God, whom has been preached by the prophets of Allah. And when Prophet Muhammad SAW told to the Quraysh, the Mushrikeen of Mecca, to worship only Allah and not the idol, the same answer they give. How could we deny the worship of the idol whom our forefathers have worshipped? Because to them, what their forefathers have done is the best. Because they thought their forefathers have given birth to them, has given lineage to them. So that they were proud of their ancestors, they are proud of their lineage. Now all of a sudden they have to deny that honor which they have placed all this while to their forefathers. So they resist the coming of the truth, the coming of the true religion. There is no God except Allah. So all the Christians, all the Jews, all the Hindus, all the Buddha, all the other religions in the world has been, the religion exists, continue to exist because of this belief. The belief that wanting to uphold the tradition of the past, the tradition of my ancestors. We value our tradition and culture. We cannot deny our tradition, we cannot deny our culture, because it has come from our forefathers, whom we regard as honored, whom we have regarded as being good and following the truth. So they are, as a result of this, they become so obstinate in hypocrisy. They become so obstinate in falsehood. So it is not good, to believe that our ancestors are superior. They are passing on a tradition which is the true. We have to think. We have to use our mind. Allah has given us our mind to think, not to think only about the food, that what food we are going to eat, what house that we're going to live, what car we should choose to drive. It's not only that. We should use the main mind that Allah given to us to think about the truth. The truth is something that really exists. All the idols, all the gods that you are worshipped as your ancestors had worshipped are not God. They are made to be gods. They are only stones. They are either silver, stone, to appear having a certain appearance, and have been given by name, certain name, all being given by them, by your forefathers. And this is the God of the creation. This is the God that destroy. These are the God that give you money. This is the God that will give you wife. This is the God that give you this and that, until there's so many gods. And these are all not gods. They are stones. And how could we make stone which cannot even talk to us, we can't even see us, we can't even hear what we are talking to them, to be our gods? When we can see, we can hear, we can talk, and we worship the God which cannot speak, which cannot hear, which cannot see. And naturally we are not wise enough to choose the idols, something that cannot do anything, to be our gods. Our God, which be the true God, not the false God. The true God which has created the heaven and the earth, which has created our forefathers, who has created our parents, who have created us, who has created us. We have given us speeches, able to speak, given us shape and form, has given us the food, the water, the house, everything that we need. That is the God, and that is the God, is a true God. There is no God except Him. That is Allah. And that is the basis of the religion of Islam, the true religion. The basis of the true religion is the basis which is the truth. The truth is there's no God. Whatever God we made to be now, either is idol or not idol, either the money, the person, whoever they are all created beings. Either created by Allah or Allah uses us to create them. Like the idols, they are not created by Allah. We are creating them using the thing which Allah has made, the stone and everything, the silver. So we created the God. So then we worship them as God. So we created the money, and then we say money is our God. And naturally, that is not God. Money is not God. Even though we see with money we can have whatever we want, basically in this world. Nowadays, before there were no money, people are also having things that they want. By barter trade. They don't use money. What you have, what I have, we exchange. Then people invented money. And now we are seeing, with money things are moving. With money we can have house. With money we can have wife. With money we can have cars. With money we can have this. With money we can have aquarium. With money we have this and that. So we think, can't live without money. Money is great. I must have money. If I go to the shop, I don't have money, I can't buy anything. I can't buy the food for the day. Nothing will be served on my dinner table if I don't have money. So money is money, So we see The power of money. The money has no power, but we see because we have made it, and we have given names to the money, with different names. American dollars, Chinese, what Chinese money? Yen, yuan, rupiah, ringgit, all these different names only, they're same thing. And we written on the paper their value. $10, $20, $100. It's the same paper but only written. Then we can see that the one that written $100 is not the same as written $5. But it's all the same. We are the one who write it. Same as the idol. We are the one who sculptured the idol. We put nose, mouth, eyes, give clothes, and then we say, oh, this idol is for destruction. This idol for creation. This idol for giving us food. This idol cure sicknesses, so on. We are actually giving power to the idol, similarly giving power to the paper, which we call the money. And now everybody worship money in the sense that they will follow only what money says, what it means, what money can do. They say we can do everything with money. No money, nothing can be done. So they have regarded money so highly that it equal to the power of God. Whereas it's not God, cannot do anything, cannot talk, cannot speak to us. Sufyan worship money. Not that he go and bow before money, he bow before Allah. But he's so scared, to obey the order of Allah, to spend the money for the order of Allah, to give zakat. He is very stingy. To spend in the path of Allah is very stingy. So he disobey Allah only because he wants to protect his money. And this is why it's called money is God. Money is God doesn't mean we worship the money, but it has deep in our heart that money can do anything I want. See? So I must save the money. I must disobey Allah's order. I do not want to give charity. I do not want to help the poor, the needy. I don't want to spend this money to go out in the path of Allah, to do the work of dawah like Pendi. I do not want to go because I will not be able to get money. This is what it means. Money is God. That means we already put money above the orders of Allah. We don't obey Allah's orders because of money. So money is our God. So if we obey the order of our scholars and in order to disobey the order of Allah, then our scholars is our God. If our scholars say do not give dawah to the non-Muslim, it's not the time yet, and we follow, that means our scholars are our God, because Allah says give dawah. Either you are good or you are bad. Allah do not give the order of dawah only to people who have prayed, who have, who are good person. No. The work of dawah is the order which Allah has given to anybody who have recited the kalima la ilaha illallah Muhammad. This is the order which has been given to anybody who have recited. Either they are good or bad or whatever people think of them is immaterial. The order is after reciting the kalima, either you are seen to be good person or not a good person, you have to obey this order of Allah. You cannot say I'm not able to do this work now yet. I don't think I'm suitable to do the work now. No such excuses can be given. No excuses should be given. The work must be done. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this order because there is wisdom in the order of Allah. Allah knows what is the truth. Allah knows what is good for us. We do not know what is good for us. Of course, we're getting scared of doing da'wah to the non-Muslim. But why should we be scared of him when it is the order of Allah? The order of Allah should be supreme above all other things. We shouldn't have any fear to anybody except Allah. And we obey the order of Allah, irrespective whether we like it or we don't. So we have to do the local work. We have to see the people in our locality whom we know. And they know us, either we are good or bad. It doesn't matter. We are not doing the work of dawah to correct people. We are not going to do the work of dawah to make people good. No, we have no power at all. We do the work of dawah because we want to obey the order of Allah and to please Him. That's all our intention. And when we do the work of dawah because of that, then Allah will be pleased. And when we are willing to sacrifice our ego, when we are willing to sacrifice our pride, when we are willing to sacrifice our wealth, our time for this work, then Allah take out from our heart the love towards ourselves, ego, pride. Allah will take out from our hearts the love towards money, the love towards status, the love towards wife, children, work, because we will have to leave our work at time when we are not only doing the work of dawah in our locality but in other countries. Naturally, we have to leave our work. Naturally, we have to leave our wife and children. Naturally, we have to spend our wealth in order to go to that place and to leave some wealth for the family. And then naturally there will be no time for acquiring wealth, because the time has been given to do the work of dawah, to please Allah. Allah is the great, Allah is greatest, Allah is the most great. He is able to do anything. Even without working to earn money, Allah can give us money. We should have the belief. If I go for 4 months or 6 months in the path of Allah, spending my wealth, leaving my wife, children, my shop, Allah is, who is the most great, is able to sustain my family, to nourish without me. A time will come when I will die. I will not be able to be at all time with my family. Who will nourish them? Who will feed them? Nothing. No one except Allah. So why I cannot leave them now? When I have to leave them when time has come for me to die. So who will give sustenance to them? It's not my shop. It's not my work. Allah. So why should not I leave my work, my shop, to go out in the path of Allah, to do His order, to obey His order, to please Him? He has all the power to give me money even without work. Work is not the one who gives money. So we then go in the path of Allah with the strong belief that Allah is the doer. Like Sufyan and Pendi do not want to go. Why? Because he thinks his work give him money. If he doesn't work, no money. Isn't it, Sufyan? You don't want to go for 4 months because you believe?
No income.
No income. Who give income? Sufyan? Who give income?
Work.
Work. So the one who give income is work. So no work. That's all. He doesn't go. He has a belief of non-believers. If you believe that the work give you income, the work is your God, you are no longer a believer. If you want to become a believer, you must deny all things are not your gods. The God is one and only one. That is Allah. That's why Allah tested us to go out in the path of Allah, to do the local work. Tested us with our own money and our own time. We do not want to do, because we do not know that is order which is good for us. We become evils because of the love of other than Allah, which is inside our heart. Allah wants to extract that evils, that love of other than Allah, which has driven us all this while to disobey the order of Allah. to be replaced with the love of Allah. Then only we can obey Allah with the intention to please Allah. Then only our amal become correct. Otherwise, it remains incorrect. Even though we pray so much, we fast so much, but if Allah is not in our heart, we will not do all this amal to please Allah, because we want to obey Allah. But we will do it to get reward, or to show to others that we are good, to have fame and show. And all this amal which is done not to please Allah will remain useless for us. It may be rewarded in this world, but it will never be rewarded in the hereafter. We will be punished in the hereafter for doing things to please other than Allah. For that very reason, we have to do this work of dawah with sacrifice, whether we like or not, but it is good for us. Allah, who knows us, who have created us, know what is good for us. We must obey all the orders of Allah, irrespective whether we understand it is good or not. We must obey with a firm belief that Allah is the knower. Allah knows what is best for us. We do not know at all. Don't try to use your brain to reason out, why should I go in the path? It's not good for me. Who are you, like Sufyan, to deny the order? You know what is good for you? Pendi? You know what is good for you? Huh? You know. Oh, you know. You do not know. Nobody knows. Only Allah knows. So we will obey Allah in the way Muhammad SAW, with the intention to please Allah. Then only will we be able to become successful, in this world and the hereafter. Okay.